Hi 143 fam, welcome to channel 143. I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. Each month I give away 2 free readings to 2 winners. If you would like to be considered for a free reading, leave me a comment below your video. Let me know how you've connected with your video. Also let me know that you have subscribed and I will alert winners by April 30th. Now let's jump into your April horoscopes. Hi Scorpio, this reading is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm going to start with your general overview, general energies for April. Then I'm going to jump in to your love reading. But Scorpio, I'm actually going to be doing something special for you. There were 6 signs mid-March that I was unable to release the mid-month love readings for because sadly my Scorpio kitty passed away and it took me a little while to regroup. I'm sure that you understand, but I'm really grateful for your patience with that. However, I just wanted to give back a little extra for you guys so you don't think that I forgot about you. So we're actually going to do 2 different love spreads from looking at what is in store for love for you, but then we're also going to take a look at where your partner's mindset is at, okay, especially for those of you that are coupled. So let's jump into this, Scorpio. Scorpio, April 2019. Okay, I've got your energy, Scorpio. So this is what I'm seeing to start. I'm seeing a process between where you're at now and achieving a higher level joy. And I'm seeing that there are steps that you need to take. And this will be very important for you in April. First of all, you're going to want to get really clear with universe, even just really clear with yourself so that you can be very clear with universe as to what it is that you want. This doesn't have to pertain to love. This can pertain to your health, your home environment, family, career, anything across the board, okay? Getting really clear as to what that is for you and in what areas maybe you're struggling a little bit where you don't currently have that highest level of joy or that experience of joy quite yet, okay? You may have joy in another area of life, but you're really going to want to focus on the ones where there's a little bit of disconnect. For many of you, I'm feeling it's work, okay? You may not be doing what you love. So get clear on what that is. But then Spirit's asking you to let go of whatever you still have attachments to, okay? So in regards to career, you may be working in a very toxic environment and you know that you deserve better, more money, a better environment. Maybe you want to leave that field and go do something else. That's totally fine, and these doors will open for you now. However, you have to cut all cords, all resentments, all sadness, all frustrations, anxieties that still exist around that person, that situation, whatever it is that you've evolved past, or wherever you still don't have joy. Focus on cutting those cords, really healing, but the word here in the core of this has to be forgiveness, even for those people in situations that weren't particularly kind to you. It's not about them, Scorpio. It's really just about you energetically and karmically releasing the past. Once you're able to, once you fulfill those 2 steps, okay, getting clear, then this forgiveness and this letting go, all of a sudden you step into this energy in April where you're back in divine flow. You're going to start to see that joy really overflow. Actually, I heard the word flood, but in a very positive way. It's like you're flooded with joy. It may come in very quickly. New doors will open very quickly for you. But understand that as you go into April, this is a process that you're going to need to see through, especially for those of you where that message really resonates. There's a part of your life where you're a little bit disconnected from joy, or maybe you're very disconnected from joy in a particular area of life. This could be across the board, but it does require you to forgive something in the past so that you can move forward now. If you try to move forward without going through that process, you're going to come up against some pretty heavy blockages, okay? So just get that work done because a lot of joy is on its way to you in April. Okay, so let's see. See, we even have already shower of abundance, okay? This is where you're headed. So let's pull a few cards. Let's get some more clarity on this particular message and general energies and general overview for Scorpio in April 2019. Scorpio, April 2019. Now, don't rush your process either, okay? Don't rush trying to get from point A to point B. You have the whole month to conquer this. But I think for the majority of you, I'm seeing you working through whatever that is, whatever that means for you in your individual life. I'm seeing this happening between the first and second week. For some of you, this may extend into the third week of April, but something's getting resolved this month. First card out, beautiful. There's nothing to worry about. Those old experiences do not have to repeat anymore. There's new karma here. There's better energy showing up. If you're letting go of people, you have higher level relationships coming in, okay? But a big message here, too, is that it's Archangel Michael. So if you have some fear around a transition, call on Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is the archangel to call on when you have to detach and cut energy cords, okay? So again, a huge message for you at the start of the month. Let me grab your card. Okay, and this is what you're moving towards, Scorpio. Regroup here for a second. Okay, so we have Archangel Michael coming in really strong at the top of the month. I cannot think of a better archangel to show up and help you with this process, okay? But sitting at the center of your reading is your life purpose. The reason you're being asked to let go of those karmas, old karmas, connections, experiences, but not just to let go, not just to cut the energy cords, but to honestly, wholeheartedly forgive it. And how are you going to do that? You're going to do that by embracing the lessons that were learned, okay? But the reason you're being asked now to go through that process is because you need to make space, okay? We don't want those old energies and karmas carried with you because they'll just create blockages. You are beginning to align with your life purpose if you haven't already stepped into this fully. Scorpio, you are aligning with something bigger. Now, for those of you that don't have these heavy karmic past experiences to let go of, it really could just be a very simple energetic cleanse you're being asked to go through, which we all need to do on a pretty regular basis, especially for those of us that are healers and empaths, which I know you are, Scorpio, okay? So that's still an important process for you. But it's this life purpose that's coming full circle. Even if you love what you do, there's something more evolved about it now. Maybe you're launching something on a different level with a bigger audience or to a bigger audience, okay? What you're doing has the potential to impact a lot of people, especially if you're creative, especially if you have a service that you offer or a product that you offer that genuinely caters to helping somebody heal in some way, okay? You have the ability to launch this. I'm really seeing for some of you worldwide, there's something that big. So if you have a business and you're a little bit smaller scale, you're very local, just say your city or your town, you may want to expand statewide. For those of you that are already statewide, you're going to think of expanding to other regions. For those of you that are based in one country, I'm hearing utilize the internet, utilize the online space to connect with people worldwide. This is really fated for you at this time. But in April, a lot of these doors can begin to open up as long as you cleanse and detox, okay? This message, I'm telling you, this came through very strong before I pulled cards, but it's showing up in the cards, okay? So we have a lot of affirmation here that even if it isn't a major situation that you need to let go of, there is still cleansing here. With the cleanse and detox, it has a lot to do with spiritually detoxing and cleansing, really resolving karmas, okay? So many of you have been doing this throughout the month of March, now into April. The Mercury retrograde has come to an end, okay? But you had a lot of, or many of you had a lot of past issues, karmic issues, people with karmic lessons show up, okay? And it may have rocked the boat a little bit. So you may need to regroup after your cleansing and detoxing, which you may have been, I don't want to say forced into, but guided sort of forcefully into throughout the retrograde. Don't take this lightly because I'm really seeing the visual I have is as long as you go through the steps of getting clear on what you want, this cleansing, this detoxing, this forgiveness, then it's like a lot of doors open for you at the same time. But if you don't want to do that work, if that seems too heavy, or you're not really sure what that message is for you, you sort of intuitively feel it, but that hasn't come full circle for you, you don't have clarity, and so you try to skip over it, you're going to struggle a little bit. It doesn't mean that you still can't get here or that you're not already in alignment with life purpose, but there's a process you are being asked to step into, but it's a beautiful process. I don't see this needing to be particularly difficult or drawn out unless it's a karmic issue that's been going on for a really long time, something that continues to resurface over and over and over. That's something that may require more detoxing and that deep forgiveness. I mean, that would be really challenging to come full circle with, but you have so many rewards, okay? This is what else is showing up for you. There's nothing to worry about in terms of commitments. If you are looking to sign a contract or have some sort of legal agreement with someone in the space of the new career, the life purpose, you get that, okay? You can trust people now that we have moved past Mercury retrograde. Have your legal team look over contracts, okay? Read through them yourself so that you genuinely understand, but you can move ahead now. For those of you who are worried about partners, committed relationships, whether that be in love, in work, but current relationships, let it go. If something started to rock the boat a little in March, I promise you it was just karmic. It was meant to be. But what I'm hearing, and this isn't your love reading yet, this person's loyal to you. This is very intact. For those of you planning a wedding and it's getting a little bit stressful, don't worry about it. You have Archangel Michael here. For those of you that are looking to take steps forward toward a higher level commitment, especially in the space of love, but this is for anybody committing career, love, even just personal commitments that you're making between yourself and universe, okay? Personal, individual goals. You still need this cleansing process. I'm really seeing somebody stressed out about a wedding. Who's stressed out about a wedding, okay? It will be a beautiful, blessed day to have Archangel Michael looking over that for you. Feel so much gratitude. Feel nothing but gratitude. Everything's going to be okay, but ask him. Exercise your free will. Ask universe to protect you. Ask Archangel Michael to protect you, to cleanse any obstacles that you've come across throughout the planning process of the wedding or whatever this new commitment is, even if it's just simple anxieties, okay, normal anxieties that anyone would have going into a big commitment and finalizing that. Speak to Archangel Michael to cleanse you so that you have the clarity and the peace of mind to move forward. Big, big, big message for Scorpios this month. But let's get a few more clarifiers here. Okay, life purpose. Sitting at the center of your reading is life purpose, clarified by blessing in disguise. Scorpio, if somebody stepped out of the picture, if something ended, if something in the past was a toxic environment and they either let go of you because you were trying to stick it out too long, or you just said, you know, I just can't do this anymore, and it's difficult, and that's what it is you're holding on to. How you forgive is recognizing the blessings in it. Recognize that that situation, honestly, that probably sucked for you. It was never meant to be the most enjoyable experience, and that's not to sound depressing. You were supposed to learn something through that process, so now that you can move forward with your life purpose that you do love, you'll have more appreciation for this. You'll have, it's a catalyst, ultimately, for so many of you. Whatever was difficult that didn't work out is now the catalyst in you being able to see this all the way through. Okay? So count your blessings. If it's really hard to forgive, whatever that is for you, that's difficult to forgive and let go of, that's what you're being asked to work on in April. But I am seeing, I'm feeling joy for you, especially around career. Cleanse and detox is being clarified by entrepreneur. Again, some of you, the work situation didn't work out at whatever company it was, whatever field that was, something ended, you didn't want it to end, or it was so bad that you had to cut ties with it. This is what Spirit is moving you toward. Do you see this? Scorpios, you guys make wonderful entrepreneurs, okay? Your work ethic, your intelligence, your intuition. I feel like to be a great business person, your intuition really does need to be intact, because there are just certain situations where you won't be presented with all the information that you need, or the information on paper looks perfect, but somewhere in your gut it goes, or that risk that no one else would take, you feel really good about. That's what I feel like Scorpios are so great at, utilizing your intuition, especially in business, okay? This is where you're moving toward, something independent of whatever company you used to be with. If you feel like you can't leave a particular company, there's financial stability there, or you're happy enough with what you're doing, there is still a connection. It might be a second job. It might be something you launch on your own in your free time outside of your normal job, your full-time job. But there is something here around business for you. For so many of you, Scorpio, you have to let something go. If it's toxic, try to forgive it. Call on Archangel Michael to help you cut cords. Ask Archangel Michael to help open bigger and better doors. For those of you launching something again, in the realm of healing, it doesn't have to be energy or spiritual healing, but especially for those of you where it's holistic, you know what you are offering or the product you have created, you know that it will help people. I just keep hearing worldwide. So this isn't a little bit of something that you have the ability to launch here. You don't have to take this on, but there is soul purpose that will be fulfilled if you do. You will be guided and protected if you do. Universe will open those doors that you need open if you do take that chance. There's risk for sure, but the rewards are great for you. Again, if you have fears about that, Archangel Michael. Crowning your reading is this. I'm seeing that some of you just need to ground that energy a little bit. Spend some time outside. Even if you live in a colder climate right now, get those windows open, crank your heat, open the windows for 5 minutes, tough it out, okay? If it's cold, make sure you're getting fresh air, not just being outside in fresh air. I think that's the most important, but I really am feeling the cleansing of home, and that's also going to go with cleanse and detox. But for you, Scorpio, all this cleansing, the fresh air, it revolves around spiritual cleansing, okay? Really making space spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally in your life for bigger and better blessings to come in. Bottom of the deck, okay. Heart chakra. Scorpio, you may have some crossover with Aquarius. This was a big message for Aquarius. Something will get resolved in April as long as you acknowledge that whatever this is needs to be healed and let go of. Once you get past that, and once you are willing to go through that process, even before you end that process, expect certain fated people to show up. Expect other doors to open. You're taking a chance. You're trusting the universe. You will be rewarded, but don't belittle the necessity to let go of the past. You really can't move forward fully and step into this life purpose full circle until everything in your past is let go of. Truly everything, in whatever realm that is, okay? Especially in career for you. Those bad jobs, those people that took you advantage, those toxic environments, you have to cut those energy cords. You have to cleanse from it. And you have to see the blessings that were there for you. You learned something. If you can value what you learned in those difficult situations, really value, you will naturally come to a place of forgiveness, because you'll understand that even those difficult situations and people and experiences, they were all a part of your process. It's all important, for better or worse, okay? It was very important for you to go through. I think you hear me. Okay, Scorpio, let's jump in to love. Whew, Scorpio. Okay. All right, a little bit of that heavy heart that sits at the bottom of the general reading also pertains to love. But it's a different message. It's a different message for some of you. I'm really feeling a soulmate connection to somebody. It's gotten difficult, Scorpio. It is not time to give up on them. Now, the message of clearing space, if you've gone through a difficult breakup, I do see resolution emotional healing, enough emotional healing this month to come full circle with that forgiveness, okay? Again, that message so that you can really move forward and attract somebody bigger and better. But Scorpio, I really am feeling for those of you in committed relationships, if you've been having a difficult time, it's not time to give up. Do what you can to heal. Healing your heart, really taking your partner's heart and what they need, making that a priority, really taking that in, really listening to what they have to say. It's not to say there isn't some work that needs to be done or that you won't be going through a healing process in love too, because for some of you, that general message absolutely applies to love, but it's not time to walk away. So let's get into this, Scorpio. Scorpio in love. Okay, healing family issues, something karmic came up. Especially the karmic issues that tend to resurface often. Scorpio, it's time to deal with it. It's time to acknowledge whoever these people are, these situations. If you are single and karmic situations continue to show up in the form of new people, it's time to go deeper. You have to go deeper. It's time to learn the lessons in the karma, but very consciously acknowledge that it's not worth your time to keep going through the same process with different people. For example, if you constantly attract people to you that are unavailable and they kind of string you on, I'm going to let go of the partner, whoever I'm married to, I'm going to make myself available to, and then they never do. And you notice that continues to come up for you, Scorpio. Now's the time to recognize that is karma and be done with it. Because for those of you, whether you're single or coupled, I keep getting this message of soulmates. But not the fleeting soulmates, not the ones that can't stay. It's the ones that are meant to, okay? And that's why it's so important to go through this healing process and cleansing. Let me get this card. Wow, this is beautiful. This is what I'm talking about, Scorpio, okay? This is where you're at in love. If there's someone, especially during Mercury retrograde, something came up. For some of you, it was someone from the past or a situation from the past resurfaced. Your passion is still intact. Get back to that. If you're holding on to something that came up last month and you're kind of holding it over a partner's head, let go of it, Scorpio. Wow. Right? I'm channeling soulmates for you, Scorpio, and this is a high-level soulmate. You see? This is what you guys got. This is what you have at the core of your relationship. So even if something's difficult, rocking the boat a little bit, stick it out. Scorpio, stick it out. Get whatever healing that you need done individually, as a couple. Inspire your partner to get some healing done too. You can call on Archangel Michael together to get some healing done, collectively together. But don't let this one go. Not yet. Not yet. I just don't see that it's of your highest good. Healing family issues, these karmic issues and situations that are difficult, require deep conversations. But Scorpio, I will say this. Go deep with your partner, but also make sure you're not getting stuck there. Make sure no one's being stubborn. This doesn't have to be you. You may be very open to your partner and communicating, but if you feel like they're only willing to acknowledge their side of a story, that's where you're going to run into some issues in April. Call them out lovingly, with so much love, but call them out. If you have a partner who is not listening to you, they're just caught up in their version of events, it's time to sit down in a very evolved manner. You know how to do this, Scorpio. You are really good at this. Call your partner out with love and say, listen, I want to resolve things. Our love is meant to be. This is faded. Our passion for one another is still intact. I want to move forward with this with you. But you're not listening to me. And that makes me feel like we can't reach any kind of resolution here. I'm willing to make some compromises. I'm listening to you thoroughly. I need you to meet me on that level. By communicating that in a way that isn't forceful, in a way that is just a little softer, a little kinder. Even if you want to be reactive about it, don't be reactive. Do it with love, do it with kindness, just something just gentle, but also to the point, okay? Your partner will wake up. I see somebody waking up and being like, wow, you're right. I really am not open to your side of things. And they may now come full circle with this openness. It does require conversations. This healing is not something that you can bypass. The karmic issues are not just going to magically go away. If you recognize them, if you talk about them, if you both together as a couple work toward resolution, I see you getting it this month. And that's why I'm feeling, Scorpio, do not give up on this person, even if they're being stubborn, even if they're not as open as you would like for them to be right now. Don't give up, okay? But sitting at the center, I'm going to hold these up together. Center of your reading, okay? We have this beautiful passion, but we also have the necessity to retreat, to disconnect from the world. If you can travel together in the month of April, do it. Do it. But no matter how you get there, it's time to recommit to the passion that you have for one another. Sparking that flame, re-sparking that flame, writing those love notes. I mean, honestly, Scorpio, just keeping it sexy, making time for that, okay? There might be a little bit of a disconnect, but it really just has to do with being distracted with work, karmic issues that came up. There is nothing wrong with the physical intimacy or the intimate connection that you have with your partner. I really feel like that's still intact, okay? And I think that you can feel that. Okay? Don't give up on them. Don't give up on them. It's just time to work through it. I think March will have been a harder month than April will turn out to be. I don't see April really being hard. I see April actually being a sigh of relief and love for Scorpios. Whether you're single or you're coupled, something gets resolved. For those of you that are single, okay, I guarantee you there have been some karmic things showing up, some karmic issues showing up with different people. Recognize that. X that out quickly, okay? You move on to this more passionate phase of life. I see some of you have really been going through some serious heartbreak, and now you turn the corner with it. Hearts are healed. That was a big message for Aquarius. Again, I really think there's some crossover between Scorpio and Aquarius this month. But for some of you, to respark, not the flame in an existing relationship, but to respark your desire for love in general, to get yourself more open to attracting somebody new in. I see the necessity for travel. You need to disconnect. I'm really seeing get offline. I'm feeling that. I'm hearing that. Get offline a little bit. It doesn't mean that you have to just go ghost and no one knows what happened to you. It doesn't have to be that intense. But if you're somebody on social media scrolling through, looking at everybody else's pictures and it's really weighing you down, that's what you need to X out this month, okay? Really limit. I would say put some limits on it, because I'm not getting a full-blown don't be online at all, but just have some healthy boundaries around it, because for some of you, seeing how happy other people are when you're struggling, even though you really want to be happy for your friends and your family and people you love, it's been a little hard, and that's okay. It's okay to acknowledge that. That's, we're human, and naturally that will happen at times. Get offline. Disconnect from stresses and distractions, but especially online, or if you're someone whose phone goes off all the time, at some point in the night, turn it off, right? People can leave you a voicemail, but I do see the necessity to travel too. I'm seeing a healing retreat for others of you, so if that's something that you're considering, a specific healing event or retreat, go to that. I'm actually seeing, even if you're not into yoga at all, a lot of yoga centers hold healing retreats, okay? And it may not require you to do any yoga, but especially in big cities, that's really common. That might be a place to look into, but I'm feeling a connection to yoga. If that's a big part of your life, get back into it, okay? But this retreat helps reconnect you, it really gets you back into the flow of love again, but your desire for it. Once you step into that, after you retreat and heal, it's it's like somebody really passionate comes through for you, Scorpio. If you're single, this is what's showing up. Has this person already arrived? You may be single and you may not realize, even though you don't have any specific commitments with whoever this new person is, even if you're entertaining a few different people. For some of you, this person has arrived. You've already met them. You just don't realize how passionate and how fated this interaction actually is. It will be a relationship that will be game-changing. If you're single, make sure you're putting yourself out there. Make the effort in love. Make the effort to attract new love. I am seeing, yes, make the effort to put yourself out there. But if you're on dating apps too much and it's discouraging you, okay? Nope. Try to meet somebody a different way for the next couple of weeks, okay? Or just find a healthier balance. You know who you are. If that applies to you, that's obviously not a message for everybody. Find a healthier balance. Beautiful message here, Scorpios, across the board. It's safe for you to love. You really are attracting soulmates now, but there is a higher level soulmate. They do not come with all the typical karmic baggage. They will feel different for you. They will feel safe. If you're dating new people and someone has you walking on eggshells, you're not really sure about the relationship, are they holding some things from you? Those kinds of questions and feelings are red flags you need to pay attention to. That's not this one. There is somebody showing up for Scorpio at this time that is a beautiful, safe love, but look, Scorpio, you don't have to sacrifice this just because they're safe to be with, okay? You get the best of both worlds here. For those of you in committed relationships, especially for those of you who are going through a little bit of a hard time, it's safe to continue loving this person. It's safe to keep working on this. It's really worth your while, because when this resolves, you move forward with this. More passion for one another. Okay, Scorpio, I promised you guys I would do something a little different. So what I want to do, I'm going to do a quick shuffle here for Scorpios. I want to see where your partner's head is at, okay? So what are Scorpio's partner in love? Where is, or what is the intention for Scorpio's partner in love? What is Scorpio's partner feeling? Especially for those of you in committed relationships. What is Scorpio's partner feeling? What is Scorpio's partner's intentions? April 2019. Okay, Scorpio. They have an open mind. I'm feeling that really strong. They want to flirt with you. They want to have fun. If you're going through a hard time with somebody, Scorpio, their intention is just to get back to the safe, fun love. Do you see this? For those of you that are single, the intention of the new partner, you may have to weed through a few people, but you know, the one that makes you feel safe, that you're also passionate about, they want to have fun, okay? They know that they deserve love. They also know that you do. And they want to give that to you, Scorpio. It is safe for you to love sitting at the center of this. This is what your partner is feeling and thinking. This is why you don't give up too quick. Let me grab this. Okay. This is true for my singles. You're flirting. You're going to attract more than one person, okay? There's going to be red flags for some of these people. The red flags here, while you're being fun and flirtatious and calling in a few potential partners, if they don't feel safe, you pay attention to those red flags, you trust that something's off, and you walk away. As long as you're conscious of maybe needing to weed through a few people to get to the one that's truly of the highest good, you are completely fine. It is safe for you to love at the center, being clarified by attraction. You are attracting more than one person, but again, same message. You're going to weed through some, you're going to cut some ties, then the safe, beautiful love comes through for you, Scorpio, okay? For those of you, again, in committed relationships, your partner is not only a safe person to be with, they don't just see you as a safe person to be with, but again, that passion, that attraction for one another, they still think you're beautiful. They are still attracted to you, Scorpio. There is nothing wrong with the passion in this relationship. It's very much intact, okay? You deserve love is being clarified by stay optimistic. Your partner's optimistic. They're going to put the work in here. They want to get back to the this place of safe love, but flirtatious fun love. You're super attracted. You can act on this, really connecting. Your partner has an open mind. Let me pull a crowning card for you, Scorpio, but this should be making you feel pretty good, especially if you've been going through a difficult time. Yep, here it is. Okay. It is worth waiting for. Crowning the whole reading. Well, if you're single, this beautiful, safe love, this person who thinks that you're the most beautiful human being on planet Earth, they're worth waiting for, because you get this passion, you get that flirtation, you get those conversations of depth, but they're also safe, okay? That's what's crowning all of this, as long as you pay attention to these with some people, because Scorpio, if you're single, you will attract more than one person in the month of April, okay? You may already have more than one person in your life now. If you are in a committed relationship, you work through it, you fight for the relationship, you consciously heal things, the resolution is worth waiting for. When you get past whatever that is that still needs to heal or be let go of, okay? You just come into a new chapter. I will show you this, bottom of the deck, unrequited love. This may be someone that you have to let go of, or the experience of that person in the past where maybe one of you had passion and attraction, or maybe you started off really passionate and then, I don't know, there was a disconnect for you, and so you maybe weren't meeting your partner there. Maybe they were still in love with you and it fizzled out for you. That's not who this new person is. This is past tense. I feel that very strongly. If you can get past this, really let this go, okay? Wow, Scorpio, bottom of the deck. We have engagement and we have soulmate. Do you see what's around you? This is beautiful love, beautiful commitments, a beautiful, safe, high-level soulmate that is absolutely worth waiting for. And love, Scorpio, you're doing a great job. Just trust it. Stay optimistic, healthy, positive affirmations out there in the universe, whether you're coupled or single, so that you get the resolution that you want in April. It will show up, okay? Things will resolve very positively as long as you keep things in that, you keep the energy around it high vibing. Scorpio, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I will be back April 15th with your mid-month love reading. Again, I am very sorry I could not get to your video last month, but I love you guys. I promise I will be back mid-month for Scorpios in Love for April 15th. In the meantime, if you would like to schedule a reading or some healing work with me, I do still have some availability in April. As I've mentioned to a few other signs, my availability has been going super, super, super fast. So I appreciate your patience, but I am trying to work out things within my life and my work schedule to accommodate more readings and more healing sessions at this time. So I will work something out for you, Scorpio. Reach out. My website, my email, all in the description box below. In the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, light, and gratitude, and I'll see you back here soon. Ciao.